What's up? This is DJ Ivan, and I'm gonna show you how to make a Free Loops Studio 8 beat, a rap beat, basic rap beat, using Free Loops Studio 8 Producer Edition. I got it cracked and hacked from this site right here, the Pirate Bay. You can get all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? DVD cloner, all types of really cool shit that you can get for free that you normally you'd buy. Like you can get your games here and shit like that. But yeah, shout out to them motherfuckers. They hooked me up. Cause Free Loop Studio is like it's between $300 $400 program, and I had to pay shit. So you just gotta wait for the download. But let's go ahead and get this shit open. So what you got here? You got your basic layout. You got your browser on the side. You got your pattern sequencer. You got your limiter. I don't use this. There's all types of way to use this. I really don't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and exit out. I'm not a really, top-notch producer. I really wouldn't call myself a producer. I just make, decent sounding beats for me not being a producer, Like, what I'm saying? Like, shit that, you hear Zaytoven make for Gucci Mane, shit that you hear Lil Wayne do. I can do that type of shit because, that takes practice, takes a musical ear. I have a musical ear, but I just can't really read and write music. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so you have your kick, your clap, your hat, and a snare. You have your kick right here, which makes that kind of sound like just a hard bass sound. You got your clap, you got your hat, you got your snare, and the snare doesn't sound like a regular snare that you would hear, but I'm gonna go ahead and find my hi hat. I use hi hats because it had just gives like a nice flow to the song, so you can tweak it, and you can use this. This is my favorite bass right here. It's my favorite because it has like a nice, you know, bass kick, and then it has like a nice bass, line in the background. So I won't be using the kick. I'll be using this. This is actually in the vintage folder under packs. You collapse the folder packs, and you collapse all other kinds of shit. And I fucking forgot how to get there. So yeah, find it your damn self. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and make a basic beat. Now I don't use the pattern, but I do like use the piano roll. And the piano roll is not very like so much as simple, but it's the way I learned how to do it. So it should work for you as good as it worked for me. So you can stretch this to how long you want it to, depending on how long if you tweaked it, using synthesizers or whatever, for it to actually stay on as this orange triangle passes over it. And I'm not gonna do that because it's a little too advanced. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put it, up to 4 squares. So we're gonna play the pattern, and you gotta time it right because you gotta. And this is where the hard part comes. You gotta have an ear, like a really good ear. You gotta be able to hear shit and do it as you're hearing it in your head. And a lot of people can't do that. If you can't do that, then beat making is not for you. So now we have our basic, hype, hip hop beat. You know what I'm saying? Like this type of shit you hear like in fucking Lil Jon shit. You know what I'm saying? So then you have this, and you're gonna go ahead and add a clap to it. Piano roll it. So now you starting to hear it come. So you're gonna go ahead and have your add your hi hat to it, which is gonna give like a nice little drum sounding effect. Now see, it doesn't sound exactly right, so you can go ahead and bring it down in size. And as you bring them down in size, you put them together. So as you add them, you're starting to hear, your beat coming out. See? Alright, so now we have something going here. So now you want to stretch it. You want to stretch the sequencer out to 8 beats, which is, just your basic, length for, one snap. So you're gonna go ahead and as you increase your sequencer, you're gonna have to increase everything else because then you got this big gap. This is your extra four snaps that you gotta fill up. So we go ahead and fill them up with the hi hat. It doesn't matter how you fill them up, first or whatever, last, or do it the way you want to do it. So now we have our beat right here. And you can get creative with it, add your little, extra bass lines or whatever. It's just your basic beat right here. Um, what else I have in store for you is I'm gonna let you hear my the beats that I've made, and so let's go ahead and get to it. But this is your basic beat. I started, beat making off basic beats like this. So yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys hear my one of the first beats that I actually made. It's a little mediocre and a little amateur, but got the shit done. So let's go ahead and find it. So I have it loaded in my iTunes. Because when you make your beats, you can actually export them into into MP3s. All right, hold on. So this is one of the beats that I've actually made a long time ago. It was actually a sample I was, seeing if I can tweak with it, and I got shit going. And as you can hear, I actually used the basic beat that I just showed you guys how to make, along with other bass lines and sound effects, I use the old classic snare, and you're gonna hear like in 1 second. They're right there. Yeah. Yeah, my friends used to get on me because I kept using that same snare, but yeah, I changed my shit up. So that's what I started with, and this is some new shit that I'm working on. It sounds kind of scary, but has a nice little bass line to it. Now I use right here what you're hearing right now, the bells. You can find those, in the browser. You don't have to. Everything that I used to make my beats came with the download. I didn't put nothing in here. I had to buy no wave samples or nothing. But you can unlock your potential way more when you download like new samples and kits that you can use, or you can make them yourself. So yeah. And my beats are usually feature length. So when you make your beats, you don't want to make just like a 30-second beat. You want to make it at least between 3 minutes and 4 minutes, which is the actual length of these rap songs nowadays. And one thing I forgot to show you guys, you can actually slow down or speed up your beats using the tempo. You just click it, and you bring the numbers up or down. And I kept mine at 145, 146. I mean, so it has a nice flow to it. You don't want to make it sound like some techno shit like this. You know what I'm saying? That's a little too fast. You can't have a nigga rap to that. I keep my shit at 146. A lot of my beat inspiration came from my friends. Like if you're gonna be beat making, you want to have a lot of inspiration around you, a lot of influence. Like guys that do listen to a lot of rap, and they're gonna show you the ropes. What you need to do to your songs, and it doesn't matter if they can't produce themselves. A lot of people do have very good input. So it's listen to people when they tell you you need to do something to a song. Don't just blow them off. And yeah, shout out to my nigga Cash B, shout out to my nigga Menace, shout out to my nigga Casper. They're a lot of influence on my songs and shit that I made. And they're gonna like later on when I do get developed and shit, they're gonna see them niggas rapping on my shit. So yeah, so that's how you make a basic beat, and you've already heard the shit that I made. So I hope you good luck in the future of producing this shit. So yeah, I'm out.